And hello once again, everybody. Welcome back to episode 3 of Splattercat's Let's Play of Towns. Where we left off, I was actually trying to clear space so I could start my little farming area as well. We don't really have anything to cook, unfortunately, but I do need to remove this mountain. This mountain, well, I mean, it can kind of stay, but at the same time I don't really want it there either. This mountain is somewhat of an encumbrance. I do kind of want it to vanish. I was thinking about using this mountain as an entrance to my dungeon, but this mountain has no function. This mountain is no good to me. And while I'm sure that hurts his mountainy feelings, I apologize, mountain. You are worthless. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna have many villagers just start destroying all this. I do have villagers just deforesting like crazy as well, because we're going to want to expand in this direction. I'm going to build a bridge very shortly that crosses this water right here so that my people can go back and forth. I do need to work out some quibbles with the stairs because my stairs are gluing to one another and it's really making me irritated. I don't want to say angry because I don't really get angry at video games, but it's a strange situation where I would like to have like 3 stairs in a row, but when I put 3 sets of stairs in a row, they all bond together and make like a weird like rainbow stair that switches directions, and it's kind of one of those things that I'm having trouble surmounting. I'm gonna see if there's a way that I can turn off maybe the way stairs glue to each other or something. I don't know. We have plenty of food going on. You can hear they're just busy just hammering away at this mountain, at least getting me some space to function with. I went to great lengths to make sure, well, there's kind of an overhang there. I didn't see that one. So I guess on the lowest layer I cut a little further than I did on the top layers. After this, I'll probably give them a couple moments to haul and get things back to where they need to be. We haven't lost any civilians yet, which is good. Any Towns game in which you're at day 7 or 8 and you haven't lost anybody yet is a good game. That's also going to be dependent on how close the froggies are to you. If you end up in a situation where this froggy camp, which is almost universally present, I've only generated a couple maps that don't have froggy camps. If you end up with froggies, say, like 3 feet from your town, just regenerate the map. Don't even bother. That may sound a bit cheesy, but I have no tolerance for half my townies being wiped out in a genocidal bloodbath against froggies where they want to destroy me and I want to destroy them. It's not a situation that I want to be in the early game. So if you equip quickly, you can surmount that situation, but it's kind of an extra issue that I don't like to deal with. Our fruit trees are up and running. I'm not really going to concern myself with the fruit trees too much. I'm just going to have everybody keep eating bread. I would like them to start moving some of these things out of there. Now, this right here is a specific reason why. You'll remember when I created my stockpile, I created it with everything disabled, and then I added wood and stone. This mud right here is exactly the reason why. This mud, they would waste a whole bunch of hauling queues just moving mud. And that's something I just don't want to deal with. It's a situation that it clogs down your build order, it's inefficient, it's a pain. We have 51 stone on hand right now. Which leads me to think... I guess I'll start designating a tavern. I mean, I haven't dug into the dungeon yet, so I don't know if I want to have a tavern yet. I haven't even decided where I really want my dungeon to be yet, really. So I'm not going to concern myself super heavily. I am going to go ahead and start destroying this mountain, I think, though. I would like a lot more flat land to work with. And they're working on things over here, and that is absurdly close to my people. He's hiding in this little... Where are you? There you are. I don't want to end up with townies bleeding out while they're running around. I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't gotten any tree keepers yet. Tree keepers have been surprisingly mute during this play. Usually it's like, if you saw my tutorial, usually tree keepers are all over the place. They're jumping you the moment you start harvesting. And it's really not a surmountable situation in the early game, aside from harvesting like fruit trees and things like that, as some people have mentioned. But I loathe to chop down my fruit trees in the early game, because you never know like what happened in this, where you're going to run out of food, have 4 apples left, and go, oh god, we need more food. A plant trap seedling. Huh. Make booby traps out of plants. I like it. I like it. It's devious. It's turning nature. I enjoy it. It's crafty. going to continue going downwards on this mountain. We can do it 2 layers at a time, which is, I just did completely the wrong thing. I used dig instead of mine. So there we are. And I think this is just going to be interconnected little streets right here where everybody can hang out. You'll see that hopefully they're getting happiness. Yes, they are getting happiness from the set items that are in their house. They haven't made all of our stuff yet, so I'm hoping they get on that very shortly. But we do have a lot of work going on. There's a lot of hauling to be done. There's a lot of generic mining and destruction, nature elimination going on. And I must have oh, never mind. Go away, tree. Nobody likes you. And I think we've got a little bit of space now to kind of build our... My ultimate goal would be to kind of put this on risers right here, and I would love to have the city just surround the lake, just like it would in real life. In real life, you wouldn't see people building too far inland from here. You would see it generally, but the first township that would show up would be like Portland, or it would be, you know, like San Francisco, where it just kind of winds its way around here. So we're gonna see what happens, but I would really like to go out to probably about here, create some kind of walkway bridge here, and then just have it spiral back around, and I think that would look really nice. I'm thinking maybe for here this would be kind of a gunnery, maybe like a fort or something of that nature, something to defend from attackers, assuming that you can come up this river right here. It's kind of thin, but thematically it would be cool if this was... I keep picturing this as all being connected to ocean. Maybe I'll fill it in later so it is all ocean. It can be done. We'll have to see how long this Let's Play goes and how long interest remains in Splattercat's Let's Play of towns. Because in certain situations, when you develop these Let's Plays, you see that the interest kind of dies near the end of the series. Like the first 6 videos, everybody's like, yeah, let's play some towns. And then when you get to video 9 or 10, it's more like, yay. And then by video 18 or 19, you've got 1 view, and 3 weeks later, nobody's even looked at it, and it's like, maybe I shouldn't have spent hours and hours and hours rendering and filming. But for now, we're in the early fun game. We do have zones going on. I suppose I'll make a hospital here, kind of trying to decide where a hospital would fit into this whole scheme of things. I think... perhaps I will make the hospital right here. And I think I'll make the hospital a little longer, kind of a hallway. We'll get it outfitted in a moment. All of our houses appear to be outfitted, so we want to start adding some more decorations because we want to keep people happy. We want people to come to our city, and happiness, the developer has been kind of mum on this. I'm not sure precisely how it works. The developer on the website has said that happiness does factor into new immigrants, but he's also said that immigrants are somewhat automated, where you can get them irregardless of how many decorations are going on. So that kind of leads me to think that maybe he's even a little sketchy on the system he designed. I don't like to say something like that because it's kind of a shitty thing to say about somebody's work, and I do love this game, I really do, but a statement like that where he kind of goes back and forth talking about, well, it's partially this and it's partially this, and nobody really seems to know exactly how it works, leads me to believe that it may be a little sketchily designed, maybe a little confusingly designed, and even the developer's kind of stepping back, taking a look and going, what did I do here? I'm thinking, can I fit a house in here? Maybe a little hut? No, I don't think I can. And this stockpile is going to go away very shortly. But to attract villagers, you can see here, we're just outfitting homes with as nice of stuff as possible. Our next goal is going to be to outfit our dining room, because we want to outfit our dining room with nice stuff. What you want to do is you want to look at where they spend the most time. They spend the most time working, so we'll probably put some decorative items in here. They spend a lot of time sleeping, and they spend a lot of time eating. And those are the 3 main areas where you can catch your villagers spending their off time. That being the case, it makes sense to outfit those areas with loads of decorative items, and just make sure that their happiness increases while they're indoors. So you can see here, Helena is happy. She has 14 happiness at the moment. that's actually what you want, is you want it to kind of trickle upwards, because the developer has said, I think, that happiness plays into immigrants arriving. I've read conflicting reports. He seems to go back and forth. People on the forums, the forum gods who play the game a lot, seem to think that it has to do with decorations, and, you know, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but I'm going to build decorations just in case. I'm going to act like everything's true here. And we'll destroy those flowers there. I hope that car horn honking outside. Somebody's just laying on their horn outside, like, I don't know. Somebody is basically losing their cool. Somebody has gone from a good day to a shitty day and is just flying off the handle out there, laying on their car horn. So hopefully it doesn't translate to the video. If it does, I apologize. It'll probably be low level, but I can hear it through my sound suppressing headphones at the moment, so it's got to be pretty noisy, and the mic is pointed right at the window that it's coming through, so, I don't know if I want to outfit the houses that nobody lives in yet. I may not worry about that for now. We have space for 4 extra workers, though. I would love to have 15 workers. That would be great. But at the moment, I'm going to take a look at my stone stocks. We don't have a lot of stone, so we are going to have to dig up some more stone, because stone is one of the resources we have that is not renewable at the moment. So I'm going to start killing some more of these stone outcrops. And I keep saying killing stone. That's because I'm a geologist, and generally when you're in nature, like, destroying rock outcrops is generally looked down upon. It would be like just randomly shooting, like, beavers and stomping on squirrels while you're out in nature. You want to leave it for other people to see, but that's why our teachers, like in geology, when they teach us that, they talk about killing rocks, breaking rocks. You're not actually killing them. They're not being serious. They're not being hippies about it, but they want to get it into your mind that generally going around annihilating outcrops of rock is looked down upon, especially in national forests and national parks. Don't do it there either. Get yourself into some trouble. But I digress. I'm completely and totally running off at the mouth. I think at this point I'd like to get the dining room outfitted, and from there I think that's where I'll cut off this episode. So I'm gonna go with stone tables, I think. I mean, wood tables would be the safer option because I don't have a lot of stone. But the stone ones just look so much better when you put them side by side. They have those flat surfaces. But I guess I'll go with wood since wood is sustainable at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and 2-space these. And there we are. I'm gonna 2-space them that way as well. And we're just gonna get some wood tables rocking. And that's going to leave us space, I think, for decorations. It's also going to leave us space for chairs, I think. What I'll do is I'll go with wooden chairs here. And I haven't decided where the entrance is going to be. But we are going to go ahead and put our chairs in. Just loads of chairs. So we want this to kind of be a hip joint. We want this to be a place where all of our townies come to kind of rest, relax. I think my door is going to be in this region somewhere, so I'll leave that out. And this is going to be a pretty sizable work queue. Ooh, and that table I do not want. But really, you kind of want your workers to stay working currently. And what I mean by working currently is you want them to be working on, at any given time, the thing that you want them to be working on. So right now, they should all be working on this right here. There's no other outlying jobs, and that should keep them producing what I want them to produce at the moment. Our food supply is looking okay, although it is dwindling a tad, so I'm glad these guys are taking up the initiative and maybe getting that going a bit. I'm actually thinking, for the sake of cleanliness, I'm gonna get rid of that chair on that side. And maybe, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Because those chairs are gonna blend together and it's gonna look weird. So these people will all kind of just be like facing this way, I guess, and this will leave like a walkway for like waiters or something. See, I like to RP. Like, that's really, I roleplay when I build stuff like this, which is kind of geeky, but if you're not going to wear it on your sleeve, why try to hide it, you know? So You try and hide it, it's only gonna make it look worse, take it from me. So I would also like to get some bone detailers in here. I think that's the one workshop item we're kind of missing. I don't think we're gonna need that many, so I'll put in 3 right there. I don't see us needing absurd amounts of detailers. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some decorations now into this place. I'm thinking statues in the corners. Some candles. Like so, maybe. And then once we have those, I'm gonna go to my outdoor decorations. Even though they're outdoor, you can still place them indoors. And I'm thinking, well, I'll throw a harp in that corner, a harp in this corner, and then since the statues are faced the other way, this is just kind of a tentative layout right now. Since the statues face this way, from the northwest to the southeast, I'm gonna place those. And that should, I think... Wow, we are going through our wood stocks like crazy. 25 wood left. So we may actually, for the first time, have downtime in between our chopping, but it looks like they're regrowing faster than they can harvest them, so we're probably good there. This is gonna help us grow a little quicker, I think. I would like to take a look at the overall happiness of everybody. It seems to be still pretty low. But like for him, example, for Leofric, 14 happiness is fantastic. You do need to give them idle time from what I've read. You've got to give them time off, so we're not giving them that right now. They are definitely not having time off at the moment. But we're gonna get this all outfitted. Once I get some walls in, I'll start hanging up some tapestries and some banners that'll make people even happier when they're in there eating. I don't really want to start placing walls. I'm always conflicted about whether I want to place walls on camera because walling is kind of boring. Nobody wants to watch little sprites move around and putting walls in place. I am, I think, going to get my farming area ready. So I'm going to go to the wood walls menu here, and we're not going to count this first fence here, so that's 0. So that's 4. I lost count. And there we are. And then our farm fence should go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then an extra one so that we can have 2 rows in here. And I think I miscalculated that. The isometric view throws me off all the time. I should probably just go from up here. Oh, I am off. I'm off considerably. I eyeballed that just horribly. There we are. So we're in place now. And I think I'm going to leave a hole right there for the door. And I'll fill in this one. Nice. And everything's looking good. I'm really pleased with how quickly we're moving. We're only on day 11, but we've got a lot done. So I think this is where I'm going to break off this video. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for hanging with me. This has been the next episode of our Towns Let's Play. Please do consider liking or subbing if you enjoy it. If you have anything that you've noticed that I've been doing that you'd like to call me out on or be like, hey, you can do this more efficiently, please feel free to throw it down in the comments. I love reading everything you guys send my way, and I will try to respond. I'll see you guys in the next episode. See you later.